Hi everyone, it's Kate Wolf. Welcome back to another video. Happy Yawn Day. Um, what I want to talk about today, I want to talk about my experience re-entering the world as I'm doing right now. What I mean by that is, I guess we'll take it back to the beginning of where I guess me being trans all started. As you guys know, or if you're a new viewer, you don't know, but I am transgender. I'm a transgender. I wouldn't even say transgender woman because I don't even know if I'm like fully woman like type shit. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely like transgender feminine. You know, like I want to present myself in a feminine manner to the world. Look feminine. People refer to me she, they pronouns. That's all good. But where did that all start? In 2019 and 2020, that was when I realized, I was trans. Um, but the crazy thing is, I realized so long ago. It was 6 years ago, almost 5, 6 years ago. And where am I? Where have I gone with that? I haven't really done much, in terms of progressing my transition. Um, and there's a few reasons for that. And I guess the main reason is that I really closed myself off to the world. Um, like heavily after 2020. Like from early 2020 onwards, I was so closed off. Um, until very recently. This is due to a few things. The first one is that I realized I was trans, but I also realized that my parents, they were never going to accept me for that, and that was blatantly obvious because they're religious Muslims. So they're not going to accept me for that, and I mean, I just knew that, like from the bottom of my heart, I just knew that instantly off the go. Um, and that was really hard because it's like the people that's supposed to love you and take care of you and like they're supposed to be, I mean, they're literally your day ones. They were there for you before day one. They made you, but they don't fuck with you because you're transgender, and and that's who you are. But and you don't have a choice in that, but they don't fuck with you because of that. You know what I mean? It's really hard. It's really hard to like grasp with, especially like back then when I was like 14, 15. It was really hard. I I ran away from home a few times. I was fighting with my parents a lot because there was my dad was being really aggressive and violent a lot of the time too. Because I don't know, as a teenager, I was acting up like that's normal, but he was being so aggressive, violent, like yelling in my face and stuff. And that really got me too. That's another thing. It's like I closed myself off because of the shit that was going on in my home. I just didn't want to deal with any of that, so I just like sucked myself into video games and screens and watching stuff online and beat the internet ever since I was a kid, right? It hasn't really stopped until today. I still use the internet a lot more than honestly I should, but I'm getting better at it. But anyway, that's one of the reasons, like me being trans and realizing that like my life is gonna be a lot worse. My life is gonna be a lot worse because people are gonna treat me worse. Um, and I knew that already, but then I didn't really experience it because I didn't come out to anyone until like 2022. Well, I came out to my friends, right? And the people that stayed, they stayed. The people that left, they left, right? And that was, I mean, that's fine. I knew that was gonna happen. That didn't really bother me, but what bothered me is when I came out to people in school, right? The thing is, this bothered me because there was other trans people at school, and they were referred to by the correct pronouns, and they were talked to, and they had friends with other people who were not trans, and I came out, and that didn't happen for me. People just didn't care. People didn't talk to me, right? The whole year, people did not talk to me, right? I didn't really make a single friend in any of my classes. Um, I don't know, like they didn't want to say anything to me. I guess they didn't want to say anything that would hurt me or get them in trouble, but they didn't really respect the fact I was trans. Or they didn't really, you know, it didn't. I didn't get any support there. I didn't get any support there, and this was a video by Kurt Nixis. I hope you know them. Old name Kurt Vizia. She talked about this in a video where it's like coming out when you don't pass and nothing's going for you, you ain't doing stuff for your transition. I mean, no one's gonna respect you. Like, no one's gonna respect you, and that's what happened to me. No one respected me. No one cared. No one really. No one talked to me, but no one. Yeah, it was so alienating and isolating. And then after that, I was like, hell no, I'm not doing that again. That was my junior year of high school. So my senior year, I didn't come out to anyone in my classes. I didn't tell my teachers. I didn't tell any of the new students. I went back to using my dead name and he him, and I made friends and people talked to me and people liked me. They liked me because I was funny and I was smart and I was funny and people liked me. Um, and it's crazy because like I was the same person. I was pretty much the same person, in terms of like personality wise. But there's the obvious reason that I wasn't out as a to them. I don't know if I could say that. I might have to blur that out for YouTube. Oops. Uh, well, okay, I'll do that. So that really hurt me. That really hurt me a lot because like I knew I was gonna have a worse experience in life, but then I experienced it firsthand. Like that was so bad. Like that's worse than people being transphobic like outright to your face. Like them just not talking to you. Like I don't know. That really messed me up. That really messed me up. I was just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Well, anyway, I closed myself off for many years because of those things. What did I do in those years? Did I work on myself? Did I work on something productive or creative? Did I express myself? No. What did I do instead? I smoked weed and I played League of Legends and played Valorant and played Counter Strike. I played Fortnite and I smoked more weed and I watched YouTube videos and I really didn't do shit for years. That's the lesson of the story here is that like I closed myself off. Everything was so bad and I was just trying not to end my life, and trying to get through everything. So I was using so much stuff like hedonistic bull crap, you know what I mean? Like 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 that, yeah, those stuff make you feel good, but it's so temporary. It's such a temporary feeling, so fleeting, and you chase it over and over again, and soon enough you've wasted years of your life. And that's where I'm at now. It's like I'm looking back right now. I've been sober since Saturday. It's been a few days, um, and it's just I've been wasting my whole life. My whole life I've been, well, not my whole life. I've been wasting the past few years, but those few years are really important. You know, your teenage years. Those are really important. Um, and I gave those years to weed, which is a really really bad thing. But now I'm re-entering the world. What I mean by that is, I got on antidepressants. I moved out of my parents' house. Um, I'm 19 I've been on hormones for a few years. Um, and now I'm in a place where I can work on myself and grow and like actually love myself and work to love myself. And I do love myself, which is crazy to say. I haven't felt like I love myself in so long, but I do now, right? Um, so it's amazing, honestly, and it's amazing. Like it's so the world was so open. Nothing was locked off for me. There were so many possibilities for me to work on myself and get improve my situation, but I was so blinded by I don't know shame or my fear or I don't know what kept me back, but a bunch of stuff kept me back and I haven't really progressed or done anything the past few years, and it's really horrible because I see a lot of people that have surpassed me. They've surpassed me in this time because they actually put in effort to what they wanted to do, and and they accomplished their goals. And I had goals, and I haven't accomplished it. You know, sometimes I feel bad about it, but I feel good about it too because there's a silver lining in everything. And I guess the silver lining here is that I'm realizing this now at 19 and not at 90, on my deathbed. Um, I haven't wasted all my life to weed. I have a long, long time left on this earth, hopefully, you know. Um, and I want to make the most of it from now on, right? Um, from now on, I'm gonna spend every second and make the most at every moment. Because if I don't, then it's like I'm just gonna repeat those years, and then I'm gonna feel even worse, and then it's gonna be just when you get into that state, it's like everything's just bad on top of bad on top of bad. You can't even see the light. You just need to like complete wipe. You know, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm completely wiping everything out of that. Um, I'm just like in this period right now where I guess it's what I was supposed to have been doing when I was a teenager. You know, figuring myself out. But instead of that, I was just knowing myself because everything was too painful. Um, but that's not good. You know, that's not good at all. Um, So what's the plan, right, from now on? I mean, what's the plan with weed? I mean, I still have weed, right? So what am I gonna do with this? Am I gonna quit forever? If I can quit forever, I mean that'd be cool. But can I? I don't know. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The thing is, like, weed is cool with your friends and stuff, but when you're alone, it's kind of not cool. I think that's what I'm gonna do from now on. I'm not gonna smoke weed by myself no more. And that's like, why would I ever do that? Why would I ever do that? Why would I ever do that? I think that's a good thing because it's like it's. I think it's a good idea because like you get to not waste your time when you're high. You get to be high and also doing something cool, which is connecting with people and spending time with people you care about and that you love. Um, yeah, yeah. That's just what I wanted to talk about today. Um, there's a lot I want to talk about on this channel, honestly. A lot has been happening recently with me, and a lot I've been thinking about a lot. And I'm changing a lot, right now. Uh, so that's good because I want to change. I want to change a lot about myself, and I want to be a completely different person by the time in like a year or 2 years. I want people to go back to my old videos and be like, "Oh my God, is that Kate? I can't recognize her." That's what I want people to say, and that's what people are gonna say. Because I know I'm gonna pull through. I know I can do it. I know I can change anything and everything about myself and forge my own path, forge my own destiny. Because everyone can, and you can too, right? I'm not saying that this sounds somewhat like a motivational speech, whatever. It sounds so cringy, but I'm being so for real, right? You literally have control over everything in your life, and obviously that is not true. Obviously that is not true, but you have to believe it. You have to actually believe it and get in that mindset of like, I can do anything. I can change anything about myself. If I don't like this part about myself, I can change it. I can be who I want to be. I'm not stuck with this like assigned thing that I had no choice in, because if you don't have that mindset, I'm like, at least for me, it's like, what am I even here? You know, if I'm stuck, like let's say you play a video game, you're playing World of Warcraft or some shit. You want to be like, you want to be a mage, right? You want to be mage, and you click mage, right? And you want to be a orc. Okay, wait, can orcs even be mages? You want to be undead. You click undead, right? Undead mage. You load into the game. You're a Tauren warrior, okay? You didn't choose that, and now you gotta play the rest of the game that way. Like, if that was real life, you want to play the game, and that's how I view real life. If that's how real life is, where you don't choose like who you are and like what people treat you as and all shit like that, well, I'm even here, right? So that's why I have that mindset, and I hope you guys can like, I don't know, take something from that. Um, I don't know. I guess some people have like irrational beliefs they hold on to make them keep going. Some people believe in religion. Some people believe in like astrology, whatever. And I guess this is my irrational belief, that I can do anything, change anything, and everything I want, it will happen to me, and everything's gonna be chill. Because if I don't think that like, you know, like, what am I even doing here? That's how I feel. Anyway, this is a yapping session and a half. I want to catch y'all later. One thing I want to say, join the Discord, all right? We have an active community now. We've reached critical mass. We have like 20 people in there. There's so many cool people in there, all right? They're so, so cool. Join the Discord. Link is in the description, okay? I'll put it as a pinned comment too, just in case your description's missing or something, like someone took it. I'll put in the pinned comment so you can join the Discord. Um, and yeah, I have nothing else to say. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.